The exercise files for today's course are located in the video description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello, and welcome to Microsoft Outlook Tips. My name is Mo Jones. I'll be your instructor for today. And today we'll take a look at some really nice tips, some really useful features that will improve your overall experience with Microsoft Outlook. So when you think about it, here's a question we can start off by asking, well, how do you use Outlook? Are you the type of user that drills down into the different menus and ribbon tabs to see what else Outlook has to offer? Or are you just kind of accepting the default view, layout, options, and using the default features here as well? Now, take a look at this statement from Microsoft professionals. Although there's no one right way, there are a few ways of working in the program that we know to be easier than others. And that's what we want to be able to accomplish today. How can we make our experience with Outlook easier by using some really nice features here as well? Here's what we'll explore today. We'll take a look at modern layout options. We don't have to use the default layout options. It's our Outlook, it's our experience. How can we improve the look and feel? We'll take a look at messaging features. We'll learn how to do more with our calendar than just clicking on creating appointments or creating a meeting. And we'll talk about how to get more done with tasks, the new task app that's integrated now into Microsoft Outlook. So if you're interested, let's go ahead and dive in. This course is designed for individuals who use Microsoft Outlook as their primary email and communication tool. This course is for you if you want to optimize email communication and enhance your productivity, and if you want to learn how to manage emails more effectively, improve email organization, and automate daily appointments and tasks to save time as well. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Looking to support our channel and get a great deal? Become a member today to unlock ad-free videos. That's right, your favorite courses without a single ad. Interested in a specific video? Purchase one of our ad-free courses individually. Looking for even more? Gain access to exams, certificates, and exclusive content at LearnitAnytime.com. More information can be found in the video description below.
Welcome back. So the first lesson we'll jump into here is we'll take a look at the layout options. And when it comes to layout options, some tips that we want to apply here, we want to go ahead and simplify the interface. It's your Outlook, it's your experience. Which interface arrangement is going to work really, really well for you? We'll take a look at some efficient layouts, and you'll be able to kind of choose which one of these principles you want to apply as well. Now, we do have another tool in here. It's called Quick Steps. Now, Quick Steps is another type of tool, but I believe that you'll see how it fits nicely into integrating with layout options as well. Now, speaking of layout options, here's a snapshot of my Outlook on the web. And what we're seeing is a lot of users are either using the desktop application alone. Some users are using the web application, and some, like me, maybe you as well, are using both. One of the things I really appreciate about the web interface is that it's simplified. So here's the web interface, and we'll see that we have a simplified ribbon here. And as you can see with this simplified ribbon, we have all the basic commands that we need. So if we wanted to go ahead and conduct a new mail, we can do that here. We can delete a particular message. Here's quick steps that we mentioned. We'll take a look at this just a little later bit here as well. And if we want to go ahead and reply to a message or forward a message, we can do that. We can even flag messages if you're applying flags to your messages here as well. So we have everything that we need. Another thing that I really like about this layout is that in this particular view, we can see our list of messages. We can actually go ahead and read our message here. And over on the right, optionally, if you turn on this My Day icon, you have the capability to view your calendar, your agenda, and even tasks down here as well. So it kind of gives you this capability to view all three of these things here in one shot, which is pretty cool. And so the task set before us, we want to go ahead and simplify the interface so that we can view more in the actual desktop app. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Outlook here. And here is my Outlook. And what we want to do, let's see how we can get started so that we can simplify this interface. I have my Outlook open here, and this is the default view. So I did reset the view here. So when you open Outlook for the first time, this is the default view that you are presented with. I do want to point out that I'm currently using Office 365. So if you're using another version, such as maybe Office 2021 or Office 2019 or earlier, some of the features and interface will look a little different here as well. And all of the tools and features are based on Office 365. And some of the tools and features are only available with an Office 365 subscription. So again, we want to go ahead and mimic the web interface here. So there's a couple of things that I want to do. The first thing that I want to do is I want to hide the folder pane, kind of get that out of the way. And my reading pane is already turned on. After that, I want to go ahead and simplify the ribbon. And once I have the ribbon simplified, I'll go ahead and add the quick access toolbar just to kind of help me with if there's any other commands that I'd like to be able to quickly access. And then we'll go ahead and we'll make sure that we turn on the focused inbox to separate our important mail from other mail. And then we'll have an option to turn on the to-do bar. All right, so we'll turn on the to-do, and this will allow us to kind of view our messages, our calendar, and tasks here at the same time. So if you take a look at this current default layout, here's what we're working with. So here is my folder pane. Sometimes you call this the navigation pane, but it's actually the folder pane. Because if you kind of mouse over this little icon here, it's the actual folder pane. Either way, if I want to go ahead and access any of these custom folders that I created here, now hopefully you're working with folders. It's a really nice way to make sure that you're keeping your mailbox organized here. You can simply right click on your inbox and just create a new folder. The quickest way to do that there as well. So I would need to do that. If I were using search folders as well, I would need to be able to see this tree view so that I can access them. But I don't really need to see them right now. I can kind of use them as needed or on demand. I just want a little more space in here. So I'm going to go ahead and if I just mouse over this icon here, it says minimize the folder pane. That's exactly what I want to do. So I'll go ahead and minimize that. And here we go. So now it gives me a little more room. But notice I can still access these items here. So if I want to access my sent items, I can do that. If I can come back to my inbox, I can do that. And if I want to access one of my folders, I can simply just expand it and go back here as well. So right now it's on demand. And this is pretty good. So my reading pane is already turned on. So the next thing I want to do is simplify the ribbon. Now again, the ribbon, unlike the web interface, we have a lot of things in here. And let's be honest, we don't really use all of these commands when you think about it. Some of these we do use, right? So of course we want to be able to create a new email message. We want to be able to delete a message or archive a message. Reply all, okay? We also have the capability to reply all within a message. So we don't necessarily need these here on the ribbon. Quick steps we do need. I like to use those. This comes with the simplified ribbon as well. And we can go ahead and move items. We can use rules. Tags are good to have, but I'm not really concerned about these, but I definitely want to use categories and tags here as well. Don't really want that. Don't really want this either. Here's the filter, but we do have a filter right here that we can use. So I don't really need that to be on my ribbon. And again, some of these over here I don't really use as well. So when you take a look at this, you can kind of go through it yourself and see which one of these you actually use. Either way, we're going to go ahead and simplify the ribbon. And the easiest way to do this, I'm just going to go ahead and right click on any of my ribbon tabs here. And I'll click on the option to use the simplified ribbon. And there we go. So now take a look at our ribbon. We'll see it's drastically different from before. We now have a lot more room to be able to kind of see our messages, especially if you have a smaller monitor. I'm on a really big monitor right now. But if you're on a smaller monitor, it makes it a lot easier to manage things. And now what we have is a simplified ribbon. We just have, and notice we still have, quite a few commands on here, but we have the common commands, right? So new email, delete a message, archive, move, reply. Here are our quick steps. They're kind of hiding over here. These are our quick steps. We can go ahead and tag messages over here as well. So we pretty much have everything that we need, right? We can remove some things off of here as well. So for example, this policy, maybe I don't want this from the ribbon. I can just go ahead and click on remove from the ribbon. And I can move some other things here as well. I don't want to be able to read my messages aloud. I'm not concerned about add-ins right now. I'll go ahead and remove those. If you click here at the very end for more commands, you can go ahead and pin these to the ribbon as well, right? So this gives you a little more flexibility as well. So very good. So we're able to simplify the ribbon. And again, if I click on the View tab, I have the basic commands that I need to be able to get my work done. If I actually click on a message, right, and go back to my Home tab here. So if I click on a message, I bring this over here. If I want to create a new message, I also have the simplified ribbon in the actual message as well. But again, the whole idea is with that we have everything that we need to be able to conduct our messaging here as well. So that's pretty good. But what if I want some more commands here? Well, what I can do is customize the quick access toolbar. Let's go ahead and incorporate our quick access toolbar so that maybe we can just quickly add some commands here that we may not have. Now, hopefully you took the time to kind of remove some of these commands here from the simplified ribbon, and took some time as well to go ahead and add some more commands from over here as well. If you have not done so, you can go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and remove and add as necessary. But right now, my quick access toolbar is kind of hidden here at the top. It's very difficult to see it. It's kind of in the title area here as well. I'll just go ahead and point a big arrow to it here. So it's a very small, subtle icon, a little underscore with a down arrow. Well, the best way to manage your quick access toolbar, I'm going to go ahead and right click on any one of these ribbon tabs here. I'll click on the right click on the home. I'll click on customize the ribbon. And what I want to do is head on down to where it says customize the quick access toolbar. So here is my quick access toolbar. And here is my quick access toolbar over here on the right. So currently I only have the undo command in there. So here's my little undo command. And with Office 365, you can actually either turn off or show the quick access toolbar. But right now it's actually showing. What I want to do is show it below the ribbon. So I'll go ahead and click on this option here. I'll show below the ribbon, and I'll choose this option here also to always show command labels. So this way I don't just get the icon, I can kind of see exactly what it does here as well. At this point, what I like to do is just add a few items. And again, I want to add some things that maybe I don't see right here on my simplified ribbon. So I'll add a couple of things here that I want to use. Maybe I want to go ahead and manage my rules. So here's manage rules and alerts. I'll go ahead and click here. I'll add that to my quick access toolbar. Right now we're looking at popular commands, but I can change this so that I can see all commands. Now I'm going to warn you, there's a lot of commands in here. So if I click on all commands, now it shows me everything. Now if I want to get to a particular section, I'll just type the letter. So for example, if I want to go ahead and let's see, maybe I want to turn on my to-do bar. We'll talk about the to-do bar in a little bit. I'll type the letter T and I'll scroll down to to-do bar. And here's my to-do bar. So I'll go ahead and add that to the quick access toolbar. And we'll also be taking a look at the focus inbox. So I'll type the letter F to go to the F section here. And here's my focus inbox. As you can see, it's going to provide me with a drop down of options. I'll go ahead and add that to my quick access toolbar. And for now, I'm good. If you want to add anything else, feel free to do so. I'm pretty good with that right now. I'll go ahead and click OK. And now we can see the result. So here's my simplified ribbon. Underneath my ribbon, I now have a very small, thin area, not taking up too much space. And I have my quick commands here that I can use. Okay, this is another thing. Typically, when we add items to our quick access toolbar, it's typically the basics from the home but we can add any command here as well, as we can see. So here's my manage rules and alerts. If I click here, I can go ahead and manage my rules and alerts. If I click on the to-do bar, I have the capability to turn some off or on. And if I mouse over my focus inbox, I'll get a drop down that can show me my focus inbox or not here as well. Well, the next thing we did talk about was turning on the to-do bar. The traditional way to get to turn on the to-do bar is by clicking on the View tab. And over here in the Layout command group, we have, here is our to-do bar. All right, so we can either view, right now it's turned off, we can view our calendar, people, or our tasks. All right, so that's the traditional way. I'm going to go ahead and use my quick access toolbar here. I'll click on the drop down and I want to turn on my calendar. So now I can see my list of messages here in one pane. I can see the actual message preview. And over here, I can see my calendar and my upcoming appointments here as well. I can click on a particular day on my calendar and I can see everything that's populated in here as well. I'll also turn on my tasks. So if I have any tasks, I can go ahead and see them. Now we're pretty much identical to the web interface. So a quick recap, we have our minimize folder pane. We can view all of our messages, and we still have the filter capability here as well. View the details of individual messages. We have the big monthly view for our calendar. We have our agenda. Next upcoming appointments here, we can scroll through this list here as well. And we also have our tasks, right? We can also create a task right here. I have one task here. We can go ahead and manage our task right from this little window here as well. So pretty cool. This is a really efficient interface, really efficient layout that allows us to get a lot of things done without kind of navigating all over the place here as well. So go ahead and apply the steps that we took. Go ahead and turn on your quick access toolbar, show it below the ribbon. Go ahead and add some useful commands there. Turn on your to-do bar, view your calendar, your tasks, and your agenda here as well. The last thing we'll take a look at here, because we did simplify the ribbon, we can see that it's simplified here as we're checking our messages. We saw that when we're conducting a new email, the ribbon is simplified as well. If I click on my calendar, same concept. We have a simplified ribbon here, but we have all the tools that we need to go ahead and manage our appointments and meetings here as well. If I click on my task app here, same thing. My tasks are also being displayed in a simplified ribbon. I'm going to go back to my mail, go back to my home tab, and I'm good to go. So go ahead, apply those concepts, and you may want to enable some of these features or disable some of them, but it's up to you. It's your mailbox. Go ahead and give it a shot and come right back. Welcome back. So we were able to simplify the interface. We took a look at some efficient layouts here as well. So to wrap up our first lesson, we'll take a look at quick steps. Now, quick steps are a really nice way to go ahead and just kind of have either a one-click or a two-click solution to manage your messages here as well. Now, when it comes to quick steps, we have a couple of different options here. Okay, so the first option is to use a built-in quick step. The second option is to create one from a template. Or you can go ahead and create a custom one as well. Okay, but all in all, it's basically a one or two click solution for automating your messages and managing your messages here as well. Right? So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Again, we're using the simplified view, and on the simplified view, we have our quick steps. So my quick steps are right here. If I expand it right here, it does not say quick steps, but these are my quick steps. Another really cool feature, another nice tip, this search box here is very powerful. So what if I, I'm just having some trouble finding quick steps? I can type right here in the search box. So if I type quick steps. So take a look at this right here. I can go ahead and actually use a built-in quick step, such as move selected message to a folder. Here's to manager, forwards the selected email to my manager, creates a new email to my team. I can mark an email as complete, move the email to a folder, and mark the message as read. That's a pretty cool one. Right. Or I can just simply apply a quick step, which will reply to the sender and delete the original email. That's a very useful one as well. Saves a lot of time, cleans up your mailbox. Here I can go ahead and create a new quick step. So these are from templates. So I can say, every time I receive this message, I want to go ahead and move it to a particular folder. Or I can go ahead and assign a category to it and move. Hopefully using categories as well. As you can see on my calendar is color coded. I have different categories in here that we can use. We can flag and move a message. So a lot of different things here that we can do. All right. So I encourage you, go ahead and use that search bar and type in a command and you'll get some actions here that you can use. I can go ahead and click on manage quick steps here as well. And this will pull up all of my quick steps for me, where I can either apply a quick step, I can go ahead and edit an existing quick step, or I can go ahead and create a new one, either based on a built-in template, or I can go ahead and create a custom one. We'll take a look at all three. We'll use a built-in one. We'll go ahead and create one from a template, and we'll also create a custom one here as well. So again, you have a few options. You can either type it in the search bar. You can also right click on an actual message. So right clicking on an actual message allows you to apply a current quick step to it. Gives you the same options here. Apply one, create a new one from a template, or go ahead and create a custom one here as well. The third way is from the home tab right over here. Here are our quick steps that we can go ahead and use as well. So go ahead and locate those and let's come right back and we'll start using, we'll create at least 3 quick steps together and we'll continue. Let's go ahead and use a built-in quick step. I'll select a random message here, maybe this message here from notifying me that I was added to a Microsoft team. So to make it easier, I'll just go ahead and right click, or if you want to, you can use the ribbon here, your simplified ribbon, to choose one of these. Either way, I want to forward this to my manager, right? So I'll right click on it. I'll head on over to quick steps and I want to go ahead and forward the selected email to my manager. Now, once I click on here, if you do not have this set up, now Outlook does not know who your manager is unless you already specified it. So we need to go ahead and kind of fill this out here. So right now it's called to manager. And forward to, I'll just go ahead and specify who my manager is. Right now I have Patty Fernandez in here. Maybe it's not Patty. I'll go ahead and click on the to icon here. I'm going to remove Patty from here. And I'll type in a name. Maybe I'll say, let's see. Let's say Lee is my manager. Once I click save, the next time I click on this quick step, it's going to automatically forward this message to my manager that I specify here. So I'll go ahead and click save. Okay. And so now if I right click on this message and I click on quick steps and I say to manager, here is the preloaded message. And if I just want to add anything here, maybe I'll just say FYI and go ahead and press send. So it's either a 1-click or 2-click or 3-click solution. And there we go. So that's our first quick step that we can go ahead and use. There are other quick steps in here. And again, if you have not used them before, you would need to program them. For the team email, you would need to specify who your team is. And this one, you need to specify the folder that you want to move this to. And here is reply and delete, which is pretty straightforward here. All right. Very good. Let's go ahead and use another one here. I'll click on another message here. Maybe this message from, there we go. Day 1 topics here. I'll go ahead and use another quick step. This time I'll right click, or this time I'll go to the ribbon actually. So I'll click on the drop down here. I want to go ahead and create a new quick step. And maybe what I want to do is messages that I receive from Adele, maybe I want to go ahead and flag it, or I'll actually categorize it and move it. So I'll click on categorize and move. And this is the way that it works. So we have different actions that we can take here as well. So this is called categorize and move. So I can move it to a particular folder. I need to specify the folder that I want to move it to. I have an A1 folder that I created. So I'll just move that to my A1 folder. Or if I want to, I can go ahead and create another folder. But I already have this here. I'll click on A1. And under categorize message, again, hopefully using categories, I can choose a particular category, right? So all messages from Adele is going to have, let's say maybe I'll have a pink category, right? Or maybe this relates to planning. Maybe Adele is on the planning team. I'll use this planning here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it as red, and I'll go ahead and click finish. If I wanted to add others, if I click on options, notice I can add another action here if I want to. So I can continue adding actions just as we would add rules. We'll do this in our next example here. But I'm good to go. Alternatively, if I want to create a shortcut for this, I can use one of 9 shortcuts, Control-Shift-1 through Control-Shift-9. All right. I'll go ahead and click Save. And now, if you take a look at your quick steps, you'll notice that it moved to the top here. And if I click on Manage Quick Steps, I can see it showing up here at the very, very top, right? So this time I'll go ahead and I'll right click on this message and I'll use my quick step and I'll just say categorize and move. And let's check that folder. Here's my A1 folder. And I can see it moved here as well. So that's a nice one-click solution actually. And so that just works very, very well. And so the difference between this and a rule is now you have the capability to kind of run this manually whenever you want to run it. It does not apply every time we receive a message from Adele here as well. Let's go ahead and create one more quick step. This time we'll create a custom one, not from a template. We'll create one from scratch. And this time I'll go to my quick steps here and I'll click on Manage Quick Steps. And down here, I want to click on where it says New. And I want a custom quick step. So I'll go ahead and click on custom here. And I'll just go ahead and give this a name. I'll just call this flag and move. So basically, if a message is very important, I want to be able to flag it so I can make sure I don't miss out on it. When I flag a message, it will actually show up over here on my to-do bar as a task as well. So I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So if it's very important, I want to go ahead and call this flag and move. So I'll go ahead and choose an action. So here's different actions here: filing, status, categories. Well, right here under categories, I want to choose flag message. If I scroll down a little more, there are other options here. I can respond. I can create an appointment with an attachment, create an appointment with the text of the message. So as you can see, lots of really nice options here. Really nice way to manage your mailbox. Either way, I just want to go ahead and flag that message. And here I can choose a flag. So I can say, you know what? I want to make sure that I address this week. So I'll click on this week and I'll add another action here. And this action will be to move to a particular folder. So I'll move it to a folder and I'll choose my follow-up folder. So I did create a folder called follow-up. So this way nothing falls through the crack. If I want to add another action, I could. Maybe I will. I'll go ahead and assign a priority to it. So I'll set the importance under change status. And I'll make this a high importance. So I have high, normal, and low. And I'm good to go. If I want to, I can apply a shortcut to it. And as I hover over it, I can have a little tooltip text. Maybe I'll just say flag and move. Flag and move to follow up. I'm good to go. I'll go ahead and click finish. Notice how it moves it to the top of the list here. I'll go ahead and click OK. And I'll choose a random message here. Let's see, I'll choose this. I'll go ahead and choose this Microsoft Viva message. I'll right click on here. I'll choose that quick step and I'll click on flag and move. And we'll take a quick look at the two things that happen here. We'll notice that it's now showing up in my follow-up folder. So here it is showing up in my follow-up folder. And over here, it's showing up as a task on my to-do bar. So very good. So go ahead and create those three, or use those three quick steps, and come right back. Welcome back. Well, hopefully you had some fun simplifying the interface, looking at some efficient layouts, and creating some quick steps there as well. We'll move on to lesson 2. We'll talk about just how we can get more out of our messages. We'll spend some time creating professional signatures together. We'll take a look at the loop component, where we can collaborate with others right inside of our email. And we'll talk about how we can use conditional formatting to color code messages by sender. So the first thing we'll do, I'll pull up my Outlook here. Let's go ahead and actually create a signature. Now, there's different ways that we can get to a signature. Typically, you'll get there by clicking on a new mail message. So if I click on new email, here's my email, and I'm using the simplified ribbon, I can go ahead and insert a signature right here. So I have a couple of options. I can either insert a signature. I can take a look at all of my signatures, which will give me the capability to manage them. So I can do it that way. If I drop in my pro signature, here's a nice professional signature that I created. We'll create one like this. You can go ahead and choose which one you want to use there. If I want to manage my signatures, I can click on signatures here. And here I can go ahead and actually create and move things around here as well. We'll come back to this. What we want to do eventually is click on Get Signature Templates. So that's one way. The other way to get to signatures, if I go ahead and close this, I'm not going to save my changes. Again, the search box right here, you can type in signature. And look at that. Here's the action. And you can go ahead and pull up your signatures. Right? So go ahead and do that. Either way, we just want to get to our signatures here. So here's signatures and stationery. And what I want to do, instead of trying to figure out how to, create a new signature and align things properly, I'll click on this option that says Get Signature Templates. And that will bring me to a Microsoft website that will give me some professional templates that I can use here as well. So here is the actual web page. And the first thing I want to do is download the gallery. It's going to download in a Word file for me. So I'll click on download. And with the updates, I can either download it or customize in Word. I'll go ahead and click on customize in Word. And it actually opened in Word online for me. I could have downloaded that file as well. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and make this window a little bigger. And here are the different kind of signatures here. So here's signature 1. And if we just kind of scroll through, kind of different layouts. Some of the pictures are to the right, some are to the left. And so it's a matter of choosing the one that you want. This one looks pretty cool. I like that one. But we're just going to go ahead and choose any one that you like. Right. Once you have the one that you like here, sorry for the lots of scrolling, just a lot of options in here to use. I just want to keep it simple. I'll use this one here just to kind of walk through the process. So what we want to do is once you hover over that signature, we'll see this 4-way crosshair. You're going to go ahead and click on there. And that will select the entire signature. We're going to right click on there and we want to go ahead and copy. Right? So we can just go ahead and copy it. Once we're done there, and again, all these instructions are actually in here. That first link that we clicked on, we even have a nice little video to kind of show you how to apply it here, but we'll just kind of go through it here as well. So I already copied it to my clipboard. And if I want to make some adjustments to it, I'm going to go ahead and click on New Email. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste that right here into my email. So I'll right click and I'll go ahead and paste it as is. So I'll keep the source formatting. And here it is. So the first thing I want to do, obviously, is change the picture, change all the information here as well. To change the picture, I can right click on it and I can say change picture. I do have my picture on this device, so I'll click on this device and change the picture. Once we do that, go ahead and change the information here as well. I'm going to go ahead and right click. I'll change the picture from this device. Go to my pictures folder. And my picture's in here somewhere. Where am I? There we go. Choose that. So there we go. Now I can keep my picture as is. So right now it's in a square frame. If I wanted to, I can click on picture format up here on the contextual tab. And this will give me some options here. So just change the picture effect. I can apply a quick style, place my picture in a circle, or I can place it in one of these options here as well. Right, so toggle those, whichever one works best for you. I'll actually go with this bevel rectangle. And I'm good to go. I can resize the picture if I want to. But at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and change the information. I'll pause my video here. I'll go ahead and change the information. Once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and copy the finished signature and create a new one. Okay, so I finished adding my name, changed some things around here. I removed the address line. Did not want that in my signature. Now down here, these are actual links. So if you want to go ahead and right click on them, you can actually edit these links and you can change it. So if I want to click on insert link, I can go ahead and add my LinkedIn page here if I want to, and for Twitter and for any other, for Google Plus here as well. All right, so that's how we would do that. If I'm good to go, I'm going to go ahead and again, click on that crosshair. I'll go ahead and click on copy. And now on my signature here, I'll go to my signatures. I want to create a new one. I'll give it a quick name. I'll just call this, let's see. Let's call it my signature or my sig. I'll press OK. And now here's the content area. I can just go ahead and right click and paste my signature right in here, and I'm good to go. All right. So if I did program these icons here, my recipient can actually click on these icons and will bring them to my, my LinkedIn page or so forth and so on. Now I just need to make a decision. Do I want this to go out for all new messages? Yes, I do, but not for replies. I'll go ahead and click save. I'll go ahead and click OK. And now if I press Control N for a new message, I can see it's already here. It's already populating in, right? And there we go. So I can toggle back and forth between different signatures, right? Different ones here as well. So don't want to save my changes here. Go ahead and download that template and go ahead and spend some time and create a really nice professional signature and come right back. After creating professional signatures, let's go ahead and use what is called a loop component so that we can collaborate with our team in real time right within the body of an email. No need to use a second or third app. Everything will be done right in the body of the email. I'm going to open a new email here. So here's my email window. I'll make this a little bigger. And I'll just go ahead and add a few recipients here. And I'm going to go ahead and put my subject. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click in the body of the message here. I'll click on the Insert tab. And once I click on the Insert tab, we're going to see what's called a loop component. Small little icon. And this is our actual loop component. And if I just kind of mouse over it, it tells me what it does. It says send a loop component. Everyone can edit in real time. If I click on that drop down, so I can insert different components such as a bulleted list, a checklist, a numbered list, a paragraph, a table, a task list, and also a Q&A. I want to insert a table for registration, but let me show you what that looks like first here as well. I already have one created. Let's take a look at how it works, and then we'll go ahead and create one together. So here is a loop component that I created. So here's the message. So notice it's called loop component 3. And down here is the table that I inserted. Now this is an interactive table. So this is a kind of a lookup column here that I can use. Then I can just go ahead and add the course, and I can add the date here. And basically I can go ahead and make any changes right here inside of this message. So if I wanted to add a new one here, maybe I wanted to add a course offering for, let's see, we want here, I'll use the @ symbol, maybe Grady. And Grady wants to go ahead and use another type of, maybe Excel Advanced as well. And the same day, May 1st. And so that's how that works. So whoever's in here, we can see what is going on. All right. So if I click away from here, I'm going to go ahead. Now Adele, I'll go to Adele's mailbox. This is how it looks like on Adele's mailbox. So here I'm in Adele's Outlook Online. And as you can see, Adele can come in here and make changes here as well to this actual document. And so all the collaboration is being done right here in the body of the message. No need for a third party. If Adele wanted to go ahead and add another course, we'll use the @ symbol here. And maybe Adele wants, instead of Teams, maybe Microsoft Project. Beginner. And maybe this would be Friday the 5th. And so if I go back to my mailbox, I can see any changes that were made in real time here as well. Okay, so how do we create this? I'll go back to that message that I opened here, and I'll put course registration 2, if I can spell course correctly here. And I'll go ahead and insert a loop component. Now I'm inserting a table because the table is dynamic. I have some custom columns here that I can add, and it just makes things a little more interesting. I'll add a title. I'll call this course registration 2. And now I just need to go ahead and rename the columns, add another column to the right, and change this to a name column and the third column to a date column. So I can just double click right in here and type name. But I want to make this a lookup. So I'll go ahead and click on the down arrow here, and I'll change the column type to a person. Now we can type names in here. For column 2, I'll rename this to course, and I'll insert a third column to the right. So I'll insert this to the right, and I'll call this course date, and I'll simply change this to a date column type here so that we can get that calendar pops up, and I'm good to go. So at this point, once I send this out, all of my recipients will have the capability to edit this in real time. So I'll go ahead and click send. We'll head on back over to Adele's mailbox. I'll go back to the inbox here. And here is that message. So here's the new one. So now Adele can come in here and enter information here as well. So maybe Adele wants to enter something. Here's Adele. Here's the course. We'll just put Microsoft Teams. Intro. I can even press tab to head on over to the course date. And here I'll just put, maybe it'll go to, hey, June 2nd, why not? And now, no need to reply or click send. We can just simply go ahead and close because it's being done in real time. But as you can see, we can see it here in real time. The whole idea, add an object to a message and send it out to different recipients and allow real-time collaboration. Depending on the loop component that you insert, you'll have some more interactive capabilities. So go ahead and insert some different ones here. Go ahead and insert different loop components, try out the table, and go ahead and try out that task list here as well, and come right back. Welcome back. We'll go ahead and finish up lesson 2 with using what's called conditional formatting. So raise your hand if you've ever missed an email from your boss. Maybe you got in trouble for it. Well, we want to go ahead and make sure that all those messages from our boss is color coded really nicely in our messages so that as we kind of scroll through, we will not lose them. We will not miss out. We'll make sure that we see them. Nice bright color here as well. Well, thankfully, Outlook has a feature that's called conditional formatting that will allow us to do that. So now remember, my manager, if I take a look at my quick steps here, if I manage my quick steps and I go to my manager here, if I click on edit, I did specify that Lee G is my manager, right? So what I want to do, make sure that all messages that comes in from Lee G, that they're actually color coded red, right? But actually we have Adele's mailbox here. So I'll actually say Adele's my manager so that we can see what the message looks like when Adele sends a message to my mailbox. So to do that, go ahead and click on the View tab. And under the View tab, I'm going to go ahead and click on where it says Current View. And once we click on that drop down here, I want to click on where it says View Settings, right? And View Settings, there's a lot of advanced things that we can do in here. But once we get here, what we want to do is click on Conditional Formatting. So we can have a user-defined font on each message. We have several conditions. We'll just use a message from Adele. We'll make it maybe a bright red color or so forth and so on. We can also click on Conditional Formatting right here in the search bar. Let's see if that will work for us. Yes, so it brings us to customize the current view. So it kind of puts us in the same place here. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll click on Conditional Formatting. And here, notice we already have some built-in conditional formatting. So for example, unread messages have this font size, this font type, and this font color here as well. So if a mail is expired, have that strike through. So these are already kind of built in here. Overdue mail has that red font. Well, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add one. So I'll go ahead and click on Add here on the top right. Go ahead and add one. And just need to go ahead and give it a name. And maybe I'll just call this, maybe Adele is my team leader. So I'll say team leader messages. So once we're done, the next thing we need to do, we're already finished with the name. We need to go ahead and specify the condition and specify the font here as well. So I'll start with the condition first. So the condition is, just like a rule, we have different layers here. Well, the condition is if it's from Adele. So I'll click on this from icon here. And I'll type in Adele's name. And here's Adele. I'll just double click to go ahead and add it here. And I'll go ahead and click OK. So just go ahead and add your team leader's name there. And I'll just go ahead and press OK. All right. So 2 down, I have the name of my conditional format here, specified my condition. Now the next thing is when messages come in from Adele, how do I want them to appear in my inbox? Obviously, if they're just this basic format, they won't stand out. I want them to stand out. So I'll click on the font command here. And here I can change the font name or the style. I can apply a size and the color. I'm okay with that basic font type, right? So I'll use that. But I want it to be bold and italicized. So I'll choose bold and italicized. I'll make it a little big so I don't miss them. And finally for the color, I'll just choose a color. Not a lot of really a lot of options here, but maybe I'll go for maroon. I don't want that bright red here. And so I'm good to go. So I'm just changing the font style to bold italic. It's going to be bigger than my other messages. And I want that maroon color here. I'll go ahead and press OK. And here's a preview of what it would look like. I'll go ahead and press OK again. And now I'm done. I'll go ahead and press OK one more time. And as you can see, actually that looks pretty good. So all the messages, past, current, and future messages from Adele will have this color coding. So now, open my mailbox, I'm checking my messages, and I can quickly see, oh, these messages are standing out, okay? So never miss a message from your boss or your team leader again. Go ahead and apply conditional formatting, at least for your boss and go ahead and apply it to any other senders that you want to as well, and come right back. Let's go ahead and move on to lesson 3. So lesson 3, we'll be discussing the calendar, and we'll be taking a look at 3 really helpful tools or features that we can use to really manage our calendar well. So we'll take a look at how we can quickly reply to a message with a meeting. There are several ways that we can do that. We'll take a look at the scheduling poll app. It takes the work out of trying to find the right time and using other built-in tools. And then we'll take a look at the booking app. So in this case, it takes a lot of the work away from you. You're putting the work into the hands of your recipients and allowing them to choose a particular time that you will be able to meet. So we'll be taking a look at these different tools. I'm going to head on over to back to my Outlook here. Now that we've created our conditional formatting, we can notice when we receive an email from our team leader here. Here's a new email. We'll go ahead and click on that. I have my reading pane turned on, and we need to go ahead and address some slipping tasks that are impacting the project. So I think this will be a good candidate for an actual meeting. Several ways I can go ahead and convert this to a meeting. I can click on the Home tab, and I don't see respond with a meeting up here on my ribbon. But if I go all the way to the right and I click on the More commands here, I'll see right here I have create a meeting request from this email. I can also press Ctrl-Alt+R. Well, I want to go ahead and add that to my ribbon. So I'll go ahead and pin that to the ribbon. Okay, and now we can see it showing up right here. If I click on it, it opens a meeting window for me. Now I can go ahead and just convert a quick meeting. It has the contents of the email in here. So we'll be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. I don't want to create a meeting right away. The other way is once you're in the message, if I click over here on the top right of my message, the More commands here, I'll also see the respond with a meeting here as well. So that's another way that we can do it. The third way is by simply dragging this email to my calendar. So here's my calendar over here. I'm going to go ahead and drag this right to my calendar. And just like that, it accomplishes the same thing. So I can either drag the email to my calendar, I can add the respond with a meeting command to my ribbon, or within the email message, I can go ahead and use that as well. Either one works fine. I like this option here. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and quickly meet tomorrow, first thing in the morning with this here. I'll go for 9 a.m. I'll quickly check the scheduling assistant, make sure that we're both available, and we are, so we're good to go. I'll go back to the appointment. I'll go ahead and save and close. And I am good to go. I'll go to my calendar. And here I can see, here's my meeting for my slipping tasks. So a really nice feature, just being able to respond to an email with a meeting. All the details are already in here. No need to construct an exhaustive list of items here for an actual meeting. So go ahead and use one of those different methods. Drag that email to your calendar icon. Go ahead and open up the email and use the respond with a calendar, or you can go ahead and add it to your actual ribbon there as well, and come right back. Welcome back. Now let's talk about a scheduling poll. And this is a really nice tool. If you are interested in having Outlook take the work away from you, where Outlook will actually send out a message to your intended attendees and have them vote in terms of when they're available, what their preferred times are, and when they're not available, then the scheduling poll is for you. So notice the scheduling poll. Once you're inside of a message, you can reply to a message with the scheduling poll. You can go to your calendar and actually set up a new meeting. And you can go ahead and attach the scheduling poll right in here as well. Or you can go ahead and open up an email and add the scheduling poll. That's the typical way that it is done there as well. I'm going to head on over to Adele. We already have a scheduling poll up and running. So we'll take a look and see what the scheduling poll what it looks like in the attendees inbox. So here's a scheduling poll that I sent to Adele's mailbox, and this is what it looks like. So they receive the scheduling poll here, as you can see, was sent to a few people: Adele, Lee, Megan, and Patty. The organizer is Nestor. And so there are 4 time options that are available here. It's 30 minutes in duration, and it's going to be in the social room. So when you receive this email, you'll basically go ahead and vote. Click on the vote button, opens up another web page for you. And from here are those 4 times. You need to make a decision, yes or no, if you're available. In this case, Adele is free for all 4 of these options here. So now I just need to go ahead and specify the preference. Already voted here, prefer 10 a.m. 1 p.m. is too close to after lunch, so it's 1:30. 3 o'clock is okay. Vote is already done here. Going to go back to the message. And from here, you can just go ahead and click on close. No need to respond, and we're good to go. If I come back to my inbox, once the votes are in, an email is received regarding the actual voting. And here are the results of the scheduling poll. So only Adele has voted so far. We'll wait for the others to vote. And so here are the responses for all 4 of those time slots here as well. All right. And once one is, once everyone votes, Outlook will create it for us, but we can go ahead and send this out if we want to here as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we can create a scheduling poll. I already have an email ready here with my recipients, Adele, Patty, and Megan. We want to meet for a project update for April. And I'm simply just going to go ahead and click on the new scheduling poll. Again, we have the simplified ribbon. I'll click on new scheduling poll here. And it will basically walk us through the process here. All right. So here, we just need to go ahead and specify when we want to meet. That's the first thing we want to do. So I'll click on my calendar here. And let's go ahead and try and meet next Monday. All right. So once I put that in, make sure the time zone is correct. How long do I want this meeting to be? Well, maybe I'll make this 1 hour. Make sure that we're meeting during meeting hours. If I scroll down, I can go ahead and sort by availability, or I can go ahead and sort by time. So right now, these are the 4 slots where everyone is available, indicated by these green people icons here as well. And then down here are some other times where not everyone is available. You may have one person, in this case, 8 a.m., 3 out of 4 are available. When we get to 8:30, 2 out of 4 are available here as well. Right. So I can either sort by availability, which is most likely the best thing to do, or if we want to meet as soon as possible, I can go ahead and sort by time. And I just want to find a time where we're all available. I can see that we're all available at 1 o'clock. If I wanted to, I can add some more dates. So I can go to the next day here. So April 25th, I can also add a time slot here. So I'll add 11 a.m. on April 25th. I'll go back to the 24th, the original. And what I want to do, I'll keep this simple. I'll look for times that we're all available. So 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I'll choose one more. I'll just go ahead and say 2:30. If we want to take a look, we can click on these drop downs here. We can get some information. So it's kind of like the scheduling assistant is working on the back end here for us. So we could use the scheduling assistant, but here we just want people to vote. Make quick work of this here as well. I'm good to go. We have 4 proposed times. I'll go ahead and click next. And so here are those times. I can go ahead and manage it here if I want to. Down here for the manage poll settings, we can schedule when attendees reach a consensus. So a calendar event is automatically scheduled if all the required attendees have voted. And what's really nice is it's going to hold those selected times on my calendar. So it will block off those times on my calendar so that nothing else can be scheduled. We'll be notified, receive email each time someone votes. And we want to make sure that everyone can basically prove their identity before they actually vote. I'll go ahead and click on Create Poll. We can see that the poll is attached here in the email, and just follow the instructions here. I can view the details. I'm just going to go ahead and send this poll out. And there we go. So once it's sent out here, I'll go ahead and take a look at my calendar, and I'll head on over to, as you can see here, for next Monday, it's holding those times here, those 3 time slots on Monday. And it's holding that 1 time slot here on Tuesday. So as soon as everyone is finished voting, we'll get either one of these times here as well. When you receive the scheduling poll, you can actually go ahead and, so let's see, we can go ahead and vote. Another useful thing that you can do when you're taking a look at the scheduling poll is propose another time. So if none of these times work for you, you can go ahead and propose another one here as well. So that's how the scheduling poll works. Just takes a lot of the work away from scheduling from you, and we're good to go. Go ahead and create a few, at least 2, and go ahead and take a quick peek at your calendar and take a look at the different blocks here that are being held on your calendar, and come right back. Welcome back. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the Bookings app. Now, the Bookings app, you have 2 different experiences. You have the desktop experience. As you can see over here on my left pane, here is the Bookings app. And we also have what's called the web experience as well. For this demo, I'll be showcasing the web experience. It gives you more tools and resources to be able to work with as well. So consider the fact that typically what we'll do is we'll use a third-party app to be able to allow our potential attendees to book time on our calendar. Well, Outlook has given us the capability to use an app where we can create some times on our calendar, and we can send it out. We can share it out to our potential attendees, and they'll have the capability to just go ahead and book a 30-minute slot or a time that we designate here as well. So here's an email. I'll go ahead and take a look here. Here's an email that I received from Adele, and it says, hey, just go ahead and book some time on my calendar. And this is just for a 30 minutes meeting. If I click on book meeting here, as you can see, it opens up in the actual web interface. And notice right here, if I want to, I can go ahead and create my own booking page. Okay, so Bookings with Me allows others to schedule time with you without requiring a response. Don't want to do that right now. I'll go ahead and click on this X. If I close to the top, I can see them taking a look at Adele's Bookings with Me page. And so here's the meeting that I have access to. So it's just a quick 30-minute meeting here. And I can go ahead and choose the date. So maybe I want to go ahead and maybe next Wednesday, middle of the week, I'll scroll down to an available time slot. And let's meet at 2 p.m. There we go. And that's it. If I want to send a quick message, I can go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and click next, and then I'll go ahead and navigate back over to the email to see what the response looks like. So I just click next and just confirmed my email. If I wanted to leave a message, I could. And here I can see that the meeting is actually booked. I can see the details here as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at Adele's email, and let's see what that looks like. Now that I'm back in Adele's inbox, I can see right here, Mo Jones 30 minutes meeting. If I click on the message, and I can see this is the confirmation. This was scheduled as a Teams meeting, so I can go ahead and click on join the appointment right here. But no need for Adele to respond. Just sends out the link for Bookings with Me. Once the recipient clicks on it, it automatically creates the meeting, and you receive the notification here as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set up a booking page, but in this case, we're going to be using the web interface, right? So I'll be using Adele's mailbox for this. So I'll go ahead and click on the bookings here. And this brings me to the bookings page. The first time you come here, it will set up the page for you. If you go to your Outlook, so here's my Outlook here, and if you click on this booking, it's going to ask you to create, it's going to load for quite some time. Then it will ask you to create your booking page. You would need to create the name of the booking page, enter your email, and some other basic information here as well. Once you're here, you can see your calendar, and you can go ahead and create bookings. But again, we're going to be using the web app for this because we have more tools that's available, and it's just a more efficient experience. So either way, on the web interface, I clicked on the bookings app. It brings me to this interface, and here is the personal booking page for Adele. If I can scroll down, I want to go to my booking page right here. And if I scroll down, I can see that I have this public, right? So this public meeting here, and then down here, I have this private one here as well. So only those with the link can view this booking here. I'll go ahead and create one. I'll go ahead and add a title. All right. And I'll just call this one snack with a colleague. Right. Notice I can assign a category to it if I want to as well. I'll go ahead and use one of those categories. This will be one-on-one. So when it shows up on my calendar, I'll see it here as a category as well. If I want to, I can go ahead and add a description. I'll leave this as a Teams meeting, and I'll just make this one private here as well. For description, I'll just call this a quick meet and catch up. TCH. Okay. And we're good to go. Again, I want it to be private, so only people with the booking link can view it. And we have some options down here for the schedule customization. I want to use my regular meeting hours, or I can use custom availability hours. If I click here to see regular meeting hours, it's just going to show me my basic calendar. Right? So it shows my working calendar, excluding the weekends. So no Sunday or Saturday. So we're good to go. If I want more advanced options, if I click down here, I can add a short buffer time before the meeting. So I'll put a little buffer, 5 minutes here as well. I can limit the start time to 30-minute intervals, or so forth and so on. But I just want to go ahead and jump in and create this so I can go ahead and send this out. I'll go ahead and click on save. I'm good to go. So I don't need to specify a particular date and time. It's going to go ahead and create some blocks on my calendar in 30-minute chunks. If I scroll down, I can see now that I have two private. I have one for coffee hour. I have one for snack with a colleague. I'm simply just going to go ahead and share this. So I'll click on this see more options here. I can either copy the link and send it out, or I can just go ahead and share it. So I'll go ahead and share that here via email, and I'll send this to Nestor. And I'll just say book time on my calendar. I'll go ahead and send this out. It's on its way, and we'll simply just go ahead and head back to Nestor's Outlook and see what that looks like. Here's the message already arriving. And once again, this is what it looks like. From here, book time on my calendar, I can just go ahead and click on book meeting, and it will bring me to that booking page once again. Right. So go ahead and use the web app and go ahead and create a bookings page. One of the things to note is that if you're using the desktop application on the top right, you can click on more options and open the bookings web app. That will take you to the web interface that will give you more options to create some really nice bookable times here as well. So go ahead and get that set up and come right back. Welcome back. Now that we've taken a look at some really nice calendar tools and tips, let's take a look at some tools and tips for our task app as well. We'll take a look at how we can convert a message to a task. We'll take a look at how we can assign a task to someone else. And sometimes we need to go ahead and actually move a task to our actual calendar. So I'll navigate over to my Outlook and we'll take a look at some of these options. Here I am in my Outlook. I received a message from Adele. It says we need to address some slipping tasks that are impacting the project. So I need to go ahead and act on this message here. So I have really I have two main options. I want to convert this to a task. I can right click on it. We did talk about quick steps. I could create a quick step if I wanted to. Click on create new. And under one of the actions for my quick step, under categories, tasks, and flags, is to create a task with the text of this message. So that's one way I can do it. This way I can save it and I can just, quickly use a quick step to convert a message to a task. The other way, if you take a look on your left pane over here, you'll see the actual task app. And what I want to do, I can just simply drag this message right onto that task app icon, and we'll convert it into a task for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't feel like creating a quick step. I'm going to go ahead and drag this right onto that task. And as soon as I let go, here is my task dialog box here. And here it is. I can just leave it as I need it. And down here, I have all the tools I need to go ahead and manage this particular task. So right here, down here on the bottom, I have the actual content of the message. So I can have some context here as well. But over here, I can specify the start date. I can specify the due date. If I want to, I can add a reminder. And I can specify the status is not yet started. And I can specify the priority. So all the basic things that we need to be able to manage this task, we have it right here. I can also specify the % complete here as well. Currently, the owner is Nestor, which is the mailbox owner here. So I'll go ahead and fill this out. I'll say this needs to start next Tuesday. It's going to be due on that Friday. This is going to be high priority, and we're good to go. So from here, I have some other options, such as if I wanted to, I can go ahead and click on this icon here. So there's two icons here. If I want to take it a step further, I can go ahead and assign this task to someone else. Optionally, I can send an email with the details of this particular task. So kind of leaving a nice paper trail if I need to inform someone else who is not directly impacted by this task, but just for information. I can go ahead and generate that here. As a matter of fact, if I click on send status report, it just opens up a quick message with the status of that task, and I can send it to someone else here. But either way, I just want to go ahead and save the task. So on the top left, I'll go ahead and click on save. I'll close it. And now what I want to do, head on over to my task app. There's also a to-do. The to-do, again, is the web version with more robust features, but we can appreciate the simplicity of the task app here as well. So here you go. I have a couple of tasks. Here's my slipping task, and I can manage this task right here. So if I click on my slipping task here, I have some options here that I can use. Again, I can assign a category to it if I want to, so forth and so on. But I'm going to go ahead and double click on this task because what I want to do, I just realized that I want to go ahead and assign this task to another team member. So I'll go ahead and click on assign this task to someone else. I'll simply click here and I'll assign this to Adele. And once I do that, I have two options down here. I can keep an updated copy of the task on my list, or I can request a status report when this task is complete. I don't want the copy of this task on my task list. I'm handing it off. I'll go ahead and click here, and I'll go ahead and click send. Once the message is sent, Adele will receive an email. We can hear the ding there. Receive an email notifying her that she has received a task here as well. I can see that the task is no longer here because I chose the option to not keep a copy of the task. But once it's completed, I'll receive a report or an email notifying me that that task was complete here as well. So go ahead and do that. Find an email that basically needs some kind of action taken on it. Go ahead and drag that to your task icon and go ahead and fill out all the information that you need. It's your task. And if you need to, go ahead and assign that task to someone else as well, and come right back. Welcome back. So in the same way that we were able to convert an email message into an action item by converting it to a task, sometimes we may need to convert a task into an actual meeting or some kind of appointment on our calendar. So we can do that here as well. I'm going to go ahead and create a quick task. So I'll create a new task here. We're addressing some slipping tasks. So I'll go ahead and address slipping task number 3. And I want this to start on the 15th of May. It's going to be due the same day. And I already started working on this. It's in progress. It's 25% complete. And it's going to have a high priority. So at this point, I'm good to go. I can just go ahead and click on save. And I'll go ahead and close this out. I can see that it's been added here to my task list. It's also showing up on my to-do bar as well. All right. So here's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and just drag it to my calendar. So I'll just grab the actual task icon here. I'll drag it to my calendar and let go. And just like that, I can go ahead and convert this into an appointment, or I can go ahead and make this a Teams meeting if I want to. Right. So now I can go ahead and invite others. So this is either going to be personal to me, so I can see it on my calendar as an appointment, or I can just go ahead and make it a team meeting. So I'll make this a team meeting. I'll go ahead and invite a few people here. Right. And Grady as well. And that's it. And I'm good to go. So in that way, I can just go ahead and convert it to a meeting. I'm going to go ahead and change the date because this is Monday. Right. And then I can use some of the other tools, make sure everyone is free during that time. Right. I'm going to go ahead and move this over to, looks like 1 p.m. Everybody is free here. Right. So 1:30-ish. I'll go ahead and press send. And I'm good to go. I'll go to my calendar. I'll head on over to Monday, and I can see here's where the appointment has shown up as well. So as we can see, we can convert an email to a task, and we can convert a task to a calendar item. All these things are meant to help you to manage your day more effectively. We've reached the end of our lesson. Congrats on completing the course. Here are just some key takeaways. So based on what we learned today, we learned how to simplify the interface for the desktop experience for Outlook. We're able to use some advanced messaging features. We're able to do more with our calendar with some really nice integrated apps and tools. And we're able to get more done with tasks as well. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and congrats on completing the course. We look forward to seeing you in a future course here as well.